get right to it. First up, I got to check in on my girl, Munchkin. Now, Adrienne, I heard that something is on your mind.
Oh, yes.
And when something is on your mind, this is the place to bring it right
I
here
haven't
to the
done it this
table.
season yet. I got something in my mind, so I got to set it free.
Set it free.
Okay, here it goes. So it is official, people.
Yes.
Wedding is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, so cool.
Like, there are decisions to be made.
Yeah.
You know, like legal decisions. So here it goes. Nobody told me when I was 14 years old and I got into the music industry that I could choose a stage name. No one said that. If I wanted to be Sparkle, Glow, Little Glitter, Glitter, no one said I could pick that. So what did I go with?
Your
My
real name.
Adrienne Bailon.
Yeah.
No one can pronounce my last name.
Oh, yeah, you were
So
saying.
I get Adrienne Bailon, Adrienne Bailon, Adrienne, I don't know what.
Yeah.
There were sometimes people that would just call me, Adrienne B is in the building. If they were a DJ at a club, I would be like, he didn't know how to say my last name. So now I have the opportunity to change my last name.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
The problem is, I'm going from one name no one can pronounce to another name no one can pronounce. Because literally the other day we were late to the airport and we're about to get on the flight, and when I tell you, they were like, passengers Bailon and Huffington, passengers Bailon and Huffington. I'm like, Bailon and Houghton?
Yeah.
How they got Huffington from Houghton, I have no idea. So, the question is, do I change my last name?
I struggled with Freddie.
Yeah.
Marriage is all about sacrifices. The one major sacrifice I asked Freddie was to have me keep my name because, yo, that's my name. Like, my name represents my roots.
See, I don't feel like that about my name.
I don't.
Honestly, I think...
But you don't change it for somebody else. That's the wrong reason.
You know what he said?
Ever.
So when we talked about it, Israel was like, babe, you've worked this long to make a name for yourself.
Boom.
And that was his thing, was, you know, you've worked since you were 14 years old. That's the name people know you by, Adrienne Bailon. I'm like, but they don't know how to say it. But that's okay. But okay. Then there's the option of, like Tamera here.
Yes, hyphenated.
Oh,
I
hell
hyphenated
no.
my name.
Yeah, but that's a long name.
No, this is my reason for doing that. Exactly like you said.
Okay.
I worked a long time for Tamara Maury. And
Yes.
people know me as Tamara Maury. But also, once I got married, I wanted to take on Adam's name as well. And I wanted people to see my past and my present in one name. So it's Tamara Maury.
Loni Love.
Housley.
I gotta ask you.
I'm not
What do you think
I'm
I
not
should
in
do?
this. No, I'm not in
Loni,
this.
you have an opinion.
Do you have
I'm
people
staying
changing their names?
single. This is the reason
No.
why I'm single, because I feel like if you get married, you need to take your husband's name. That's what I feel. That's why you become one. You don't know. You cannot keep both.
Okay,
You can't
well-
wait. Hold on. Let me tell you why. Because when the babies
That's how
are born,
are your children?
you don't want to go
I
to
will
school
tell you
and
this.
your name's something different,
Yes.
and this
Then they don't let me
name
pick 'em
or
up.
this.
You
know.
guys, they're kids with brains. You tell them exactly
No,
what their
you're a
names are.
family.
No, I'm not being
You're
funny.
a family.
If I'm honest, you guys, this is the thing. I actually don't mind taking Housley's name legally.
Is it?
It's not. It's not right now, only because of time. I just haven't
Well,
had
she's
the time.
sister. We
And-
know her as, you know.
No,
So
Tamera
legally,
Maury.
what is your legal name?
it's Tamara Maury, but I do want to change it to Tamera Housley legally, but I'm keeping my stage name, Tamara Maury-Housley.
Got
I
it,
love
got
it.
it.
So my stage name is the one that's hyphenated.
Yeah, but if
Got
you
it.
get things personalized, you have to pay so much more for so many extra letters.
It is really difficult for parents to go pick up their children from school. It just makes it, you have to give an
Well,
explanation.
and
that,
for the
you know.
pediatrician, like when I call, I'm like, I'm calling for Aiden Housley. This is Tamara Maury. Huh?
Yeah.
It's so dumb,
I am
but
Aiden Housley's
Because you
mother.
guys are a family
Yeah.
and you're one. And that's what the Bible says. When,
No, it
when
doesn't.
two
No, it
people
doesn't.
are put together, they become one. So pick one name. I don't want to have to go Bailon, Houghton.
That is not true. Loni,
Okay, so
Adrienne,
I think I'm
honestly,
just gonna do it.
It's a personal
Thank you.
choice.
you think you're going to do
I
it?
think I'm
Adrienne,
gonna just be-
Adrienne Houghton, can you give us time to get used to that?
Well,
Yeah.
this is the time you have. My name will
Mai.
officially be Adrienne Houghton. God bless you.
See, thank you.
And then you have
Ultimately, it's a personal choice. You
You're
have to do what's
welcome.
right for
It
you.
doesn't sound
Well,
bad,
she
right?
asked my opinion. This is why they won't
Okay.
get my opinion.
No,
You wasn't
it's
gonna
fine.
take
No,
it.
Well,
I
I'm not-
did take
no,
it.
I'm not
I didn't
Jeannie.
wanted to do that,
Lonnie, the whole point of asking for advice is to get everyone's advice.
Yes.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
Okay, but I'm not
It's
changing
not
your name on my
not a
cell
bad
phone
thing.
until you get married. Can I keep it for Adrienne Bailon until you actually officially get married?
Yes, and then you have to change it right then and there.
Okay, I promise I'll do
There
that.
we go.
Okay,
I
done.
won.
All right. Speaking of walking down the aisle, some students found something really interesting while walking down the halls of their school, ladies. And a teacher lost her job because of it.
Uh-oh.
Here's what happened. A percussion instructor at Katy High School in Texas lost her phone that wasn't password protected. Students found the phone and shared some of the teacher's nude photos that were in the camera roll. Okay.
no.
Now, I know we've talked about teacher conduct before, how teachers dress, how they should behave, but should teachers not be allowed to have a personal life? Okay, did you say no? I'm about this. She should. Okay. She should.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all teachers? Oh!
All right. First off, hands off to you. Okay.
What we do on our personal time
Yes.
is our personal time. It should have nothing
Okay.
to do with what I do as my profession.
Okay, I'm with you on that. So check this out. This teacher lost her phone. She wasn't sharing these photos on social media. Is it her fault that her phone was lost and ended up in the wrong hands? 'Cause
It's not her fault, but come on, girl, put a password on that
That
phone.
is
Right.
Yes.
That
So
was
then,
my point.
Yeah.
Therefore, she got fired. Do you think that that's right?
I think that they should have transferred her. I don't think she should have lost her job,
Yes.
Correct.
okay? And also, I think those kids should have been punished.
Yes,
because
they should.
Yes.
Because wait a minute. Lonnie, I have a question.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
thing is, it looks like the kids got scot-free. I mean,
Yes.
they didn't
Well, we
have
didn't hear
any
anything about it, yes.
consequences.
Nothing.
Isn't that an invasion of privacy, what they did?
Yes.
Isn't that
Yeah,
against
yeah,
the law?
What they
Absolutely.
should have done was taken that phone when they found it
And
and take it
returned
to the
it.
lost and found. That is
And
proper
returned it.
moral
Yes,
conduct.
of course.
Not go through it, post the pictures. Who
Yeah.
does that?
But I have to say, I don't know what ages they were, but they're kids, though.
And so
this is
that's
the
not
reason
worse.
why. But this is the reason why you put passcodes around children, okay? Because they will do silly stuff like this because they thought it was funny. They didn't think
They were
was
in
like,
high
oh,
school. They were old enough to know
So this was
right
high
from
But they're
wrong.
kids. They're still
But high
kids,
school is
though.
old enough to know right from
do.
wrong.
They're still kids. I'm
Lonnie,
saying
I
they
think
should be
knew
punished.
exactly what they were doing if they were in high
No,
school.
they knew what they were doing, but this is the silliness of kids. I mean, this
Kids
is what
are like that,
happens.
yeah.
They're like that. They bully, they do crazy stuff, they do silly stuff, and they should have been punished. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. I don't think
Yeah.
that they did what
Suspended
was right.
or something. They
Yeah.
should have
Exactly.
some sort of
It
consequence.
shouldn't have just been just the teacher. It should have been a lesson for
Yes,
everybody.
yes, absolutely.
Next time you find a phone, don't go through it if it's not yours.
And I think also when we know that kids, especially in high school, can cause ruckus like that, the schools should back the teacher up. You know what I mean? The schools should have their back.
For sure.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
No, for real
The
though.
teacher, look at the teacher corner right there. Yes, yes.
I've always grown up. Did you guys ever grow up looking up to your teachers like they were like celebrities or something? Like if I saw my teacher at the grocery store, I'd be like, oh my God, Miss Emerson shops. Like it's so
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a
Yeah.
lot. I
No,
respect you guys
but they
so
are
much.
kids, and this is what happens when you're dealing
Yes.
with kids. So make sure you put a password on your phone, teachers.
Yes.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
There's something better out there for that teacher.
From losing your job to fixing your relationship, blogger Brittany Gibbons shared the story of how she fixed her relationship with her husband and herself in a very interesting way.
What'd she do?
How did she do it, Jeannie?
You asked?
Yes.
By having sex with her husband every day for a year.
Oh, hell no.
Yes. She said, Adrienne is like, woo!
Good on you, girl. Good on you.
She said, the idea
Every
behind-
day?
Every day.
365
365
Every day?
For how
days.
long?
Every day for a year.
I mean, I like sex, but every day?
Every day.
And how long?
Wow. Okay, well, she said the idea behind the experiment came after having her 3 kids. She didn't want to see herself naked or show her body to her husband. She felt a little insecure about it.
Yeah.
She said that forcing herself to commit to this experiment changed the game for her and her
I
husband.
believe it.
Get it,
I
girl.
believe it.
You better get it. This is good.
I like this part.
What?
She said that they started to live their lives not just as roommates raising 3 kids together, but lovers too.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
That's key.
Yes. Yes.
Because sometimes you forget about it when you have, multiples, when you have kids.
We've talked about this.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta just force yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what, Adrienne? I have to say, it's kind of weird to have this kind of sexual conversation right now because my mother-in-law's in the audience right now. Hey, Jeannie! Oh my God, that's so weird. I'm so embarrassed.
Miss Judy, stand up. What do you think about this every day?
She's getting red. Wait, look at.
Can you stand up?
Miss Judy, I really like the blush you have on.
I know. Judy,
too much
every
information.
day. TMI, it's every day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. But anyways, Adrienne.
Yeah.
You said something that really helped. Sometimes you may not be feeling it, but just
Go for
do
it.
it, and then you really get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're happy afterwards. You might have started off like this. You might have started off with this face. Ugh.
Yes.
But then you end up like,
Yes.
you know?
No.
It's very
But if
true.
you're really tired and you don't always
That's
have time.
365
I know.
times.
Yes. I don't know, but I'm
just saying, I think if you're
That's
married
a lot.
to a person and you live with them, you see them, and if you're with them 365 days a year, I would like to think that I would be intimate with my husband if I was with him every day.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like too much before you go to bed. A little whoopee and
Yes.
night-night.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna grow up.
Daytime television.
I'm about to grow up on this subject because I don't think it has to be the all the way. I think that it could be intimacy, it could be hugging and kissing, some type of intimacy.
I like
but
that.
every day you gonna be wore out every day,
Yeah.
365 days.
you got places
You
to go
need a
and
break.
stuff, Yes, I know. But I will say this: what she said
You need a
about
break.
No.
feeling more
I don't ever
empowered
need a
and
break.
confident.
I would like to try it, you guys.
I agree. No, sorry, Jeannie. No, I agree.
Well, can I just say the one thing is when you've got young kids
Yes, it's hard.
and they're in the bed with you half the time, for you to get sleep, it's hard 365 days.
That's true.
It is.
Yes.
And
Miss Judy.
Tamara knows that with the kids.
Yes.
They've been a while.
But I think that as long as you try,
Yes. Effort.
Yeah, it doesn't
Effort.
take that much
How you
effort.
gonna try it? Ain't always in the bed with your
Hey, no, but you
They don't
admit
always
this,
have
though.
to just do it in the bed.
I know. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
No,
There
but
are
don't
other
you admit-
areas. Say that. Sorry, Jeannie.
It's so crazy though. You really do feel your sexiest when
when
you're making love with your man.
Yes.
Can you keep a diary? Let's start it. Let's start Christmas. And then by next Christmas, you'll let us know what the diary is.
Y'all, I said I would like to try. I know I'm not doing it like 365 days. I'm gonna try.
She's just gonna give it an A for effort.
I'm gonna give it an A for effort.
I'm getting tired with this conversation.
Okay.